Oh. Me too.
Congratulations.
Thank you. No questions? Oh, yeah.
Teresa Walker, Associated Press. Mark, what was said at the halftime? Coach said that you all had to be more physical, more aggressive because of the way the Spurs were punking you all the first couple of games. What worked in that third quarter, particularly as you guys took such a lead?
I don't think there was any punking by any means. During the first two games, there were. It doesn't matter what it was, but I thought that we played better. We more aware. We're more disciplined in our spacing, more confident. With the corner shot, the drives, a little more aware of where the help and where the shots were going to be at. And that, once we start making those shots, it opened up the paint for Mike to get in there. It forced him to help from other places. And defensively, I thought we did a pretty consistent job for the most part in the second half, especially the third quarter, of helping. And the weak side was much, much better. Multiple efforts, finishing possessions with rebounds, and good job. Good job.
You said the other day that getting back into this series was going to be more about execution, more so than emotion, and getting caught up in the emotion of it. What did you see from particularly the young guys, Wayne and Andrew, in terms of the patience that you guys showed over the first couple games and then executing tonight?
Despite the last 5 minutes of the game, or the last 3.5 minutes, which weren't very good, I thought that they did good. They played within themselves. They were thinking about what was happening out there. Obviously, they lost sometimes side of the ball and their man, and they got lost in their movement a little bit, and that's why they moved. But for the most part, they did a good job.
Mark, Powell just said that he thought that Zebo's starting helped him get in a rhythm early. Did it help you as well?
Help me what? Zebo making shots?
Start the game, feel more confident?
I think that in games like in the playoffs, on your mind, you're always going to be in a rhythm. You don't have time to just think like, oh, I'm not in a rhythm, or I'm not, every shot you take, you got to feel like you're in a rhythm. You might miss 3-4 shots in a row, but you got to take the fifth one like you just made the last four, and that's the way you got to stay mentally. But defensively, I think I don't know I haven't watched the game yet, but defensively to me that was the difference. Our intensity defensively was what set us apart, and I don't know how many points they scored. Us not turning the ball over. During 3 quarters, that's huge. That doesn't allow them to run and get those transition threes that hurt you so much and break your back. And we're pretty disciplined for the most part.
Hey, Mark, Jarvis Greer, WMC Memphis. Talk a little bit about the guys that are supporting cast. They struggled a bit on the road, but they really came through.
I think we all are supporting cast. We all are role players. Some of us have bigger roles than others, but every role is important, and we got to give them confidence in every shot they take. It's not about making the shot, but it's taking the best shot and the right shot. And even though first quarter, I think adrenaline was very high for a lot of the guys, especially the young ones, and they misread a few situations and they got into trouble. But then third quarter, give them more confidence and keep taking that shot. It's a great shot. You're gonna make it. And all of a sudden they making shots and making our job easier too. So, great job.
I don't know if anybody's asked you about the atmosphere, but when Fizdale walked on the court tonight, just in the pregame, the place went berserk basically, and he tried to play it off, but he said when he was out here that it really got to him a little bit. You guys notice that too?
I'm thinking about different things when I'm out there, especially before the game. First, I'm making sure that my family gets in save, and after that, I'm thinking about winning and beating the other team. I'm not thinking about the towels and T-shirts and all the other stuff.
Anything else?
Hey, Mark, Peter Edmiston, Sports 56. You guys have really limited turnovers over the last little bit. Has there anything specifically offensively that you guys have been doing to limit that and to take care of the ball more?
No, it's seeing a little bit what they trying to do and how they want to play you, and been disciplined with the ball. Obviously, they very long and they know how to play, and they extremely disciplined defensively. So it's not easy, but you have to play through the contact, play through the arms, and know where your outlets are, and make the easy pass, make the right read, take a good screen, create that gap, that space. If it's either on the pin down in the middle of the floor, whatever it's at, you want to create that separation that gives that gap for the passing lane to be made, and then it's my job or Zach's job to make the next read, either us taking a shot or reading the guys, the three guys on the backside, the corner or the ducking or the slot guy. So it's knowing and having a vision of what's going to happen, and hopefully it goes the way you visioned it.
Mark, Lee Smith, Tri-State defender. You mentioned that the kind of intensity that it took tonight to get this game, and it's going to take at least that same level of intensity and focus to get another one on Saturday. How do you maintain that, particularly when, one, they're already strategizing how to disrupt your intensity, and two, some of your younger guys may not be used to how you maintain that?
Intensity shouldn't be negotiable. I think intensity, it's the intensity, it's the playoff. If you don't have that intensity in the playoffs, you know what the playoffs are about. So intensity, I think it's implied in this type of game, but you have to control it. It's like if you play an instrument, it doesn't matter how hard you play the instrument, you got to play it at the right intensity for it to play, to sound right. So you got to keep a balanced intensity, and knowing too hard might cause us a foul, but too slow might give them lanes and gaps for them to attack. So you got to play at the right intensity, and especially trust the call, and play within yourself. And it'll be okay. Just trust the guys behind you or next to you, and we got to keep communicating and making their job easier.